Shemai, welcome back. Today I have been with Luke Craddock from Synergy Performance doing some lactate testing. So basically I've been there, done a full, basically like a ramp test, followed Luke's protocol that he uses, and that gauges then the lactate my body produces at certain power ranges. You guys have been along, you will find out now. I'll also show some shots of what we got up to, but also some questions for Luke. So Luke, what is lactate testing?
So in short, we're basically doing a form or performance test where we're taking lactate from, today's from Ed's ear. The idea of a lactate test, it's not like new science, it's been around for a while, but the way we're capturing data and the way we're utilising it is kind of a new age of science. So you see like your Pogacar talking about his LT1 and LT2, so they're just two of the markers that we're capturing. The whole idea of it is trying to get an idea of someone's physiology, what their natural metabolic strengths and weaknesses are, finding out how fast they can clear and shuttle lactate from the body, and just getting an idea of kind of like looking under the bonnet into someone's physiology. Basically, it is far more accurate than power testing in the sense that if I was to bring 10 riders in here with an FTP of 300, where their LT1 sits, where their LT2 sits, will be completely differently between each rider. Having a look at basically how you're fueling that performance. So I'm not saying get rid of FTP, get rid of power testing. I'm saying that this is a good way of understanding how you're fueling that intensity, and that's going to be different. In Ed's example, it's given us an idea of, right, what are the events you're going to race at this year? This is the physiology you're going to need to perform those events. We have a clear understanding now of how to progress towards that. And because we've done this 3 times now, we can see how Ed's progression is going, which is also a benefit to quantify the gains. So yeah, in short, that's a little bit. I can go way deeper than that, but that's in short, yeah, kind of what the benefits are of it.
Okay. And how can like a rider, for example, use the results they get from you and their lactate profiling to guide their training?
For sure. So my particular testing protocol is built around someone coming in a 60 minutes worth of exercise, getting a full insight at everything from aerobic to their anaerobic physiology. We're separating them into two tests. We're having a look at, as I said, how they're clearing and shuttling lactate. And all of this is pointless me just giving you an Excel sheet with a load of data on, like if you were to go to some universities, that's what they do. The idea of what I'm trying to do is educate and guide people on the protocol we're capturing, but also the data we're getting, and all of this is done via, you have like an 8 or 9 page report post-testing, and in that will be your training zones, some little guidance on what I think would be a good direction to go and take, and also kind of things around like potential fueling on the bike. That's a massive thing at the minute. So yeah, it's not just here's some data, great, it's kind of trying to guide and help you and understand and bring science into your world of sport, basically.
Yeah, and you mentioned earlier about the power testing. So why do you think lactate testing is like a better guide for training over the standard power testing, such as CP protocols or 20 minutes?
Let's take 20 minutes because that's quite a common one. In short, if someone wants to do 20 minutes, set a 5 watt PB for 20 minutes, that is assuming that they've got 5 watts faster, but it could have just been slightly fresher, had more caffeine, learn that how long 20 minutes kind of lasts and how to pace that. It doesn't give you a representation of, is the training that I've been doing actually affected the energy system I want it to do, and is that paying off in the results I want to see? And for some people it could have no change in your LT2, so what the threshold closely linked to FTP per se, but you could have had a 15% gain in your LT1, which would be a massive tick. And that's what we're kind of trying to do is, it's not necessarily say like if you're out on a ride with your mates or you're in a race and you're hitting a 20-minute PB good, that's like, it's a sign that your fitness is progressing, is getting better, but it's a performance metric, not a way of prescribing training zones. So I could have, as I said before, 10 people with a FTP of 300 watts, and some people need to go and ride at 220 and some people need to go and ride at 270 to stimulate an improvement in metabolizing fats. And it's why a lot of people plateau when they do this common kind of like kind of traditional aerobic training, let's say. You need to look a little bit deeper into it.
So, as you've just seen there, Luke is really insightful. He knows his stuff, and yeah, he's a good person to go to if you're along the M4 corridor or based in the southwest of the UK in South Wales, to go for some lactate profiling. But he also does bike fitting. I think that's one of his big things at the moment is bike fitting, shoe fitting. He's got like the new saddle pressure mapping system for the saddles. So yeah, he's really good. I'll link all of his website below and also a link to his Instagram. But yeah, so that's the video done. It's been a bit different to normal. It's not just me talking, which is quite nice, I guess, and refreshing that you just don't have to listen to me all the time. And yeah, there are more videos coming. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Dabble.